Hello and welcome to Sports News Africa, the home of Africa's sporting conversation. In this edition, we'll look back at the stories that have made the headlines this past week. Here's what's coming up on today's programme. Claims of forgery have dented relations between the Premier League and Federation in Kenya. 2 athletics management agencies suspended by Kenya Athletics pending further inquiries into doping. And Ganzebe Dibaba is the Laureate Sportswoman of the Year. Thank you for watching Sports News Africa. I'm Temesgen Devasai. Just weeks after a High Court settlement put an end to the dispute between the Kenyan Premier League and the Kenyan Football Federation over expansion plans for the league, the two sides are on a collision course once again. Premier League Chief Executive Jack Oguda made fresh claims on Monday accusing the Federation of allegedly forging the signatures of Kenyan Premier League chairmen in a meeting in January. However, the Federation's chief executive, Michael Esakwa, has denied the allegations and has demanded an apology. However, Kenyan sports correspondent Robin Toscan believes the Football Kenya Federation have a case to answer.
Here or anyone who follows Kenyan football knows very well that it was bound to happen because there was this unease after FIFA came here and brokered a deal that ensured the two leagues go on. That is the Kenyan Premier League and the Football Kenya Premier League. Now, this letter that has emanated from the Kenyan Premier League, according to some inside sources, they say that they were aware of what transpired in Kakamega and that it was just a matter of time before Kenyan Premier League, raised a red flag over what is seen to be, a forged document that was going to help Football Kenya Federation to strike a deal between themselves and MP Silva, which is an agency that helps them, broker deals and especially broadcast rights deals for the federation. So everybody here in Nairobi is saying that the kind of truce that was signed between FKF and KPL was always going to fail at some point, and that has happened. And yesterday, Kenyan Premier League availed a letter saying that they had asked the Football Kenya Federation to explain why they used the signatures of 15 clubs that belong to the Kenya Premier League in order to pitch for broadcast rights with MP Silva and a TV broadcast company called Azam. They've actually taken, they have actually sought some further explanation from the Kenyan Premier League as to where exactly they got the information that they forged their signatures. And very early in the morning after the story broke out in Nairobi, Football Kenya Federation President called me and called the Standard to want to know exactly where that information was coming from. But we didn't reveal our sources to them, but we told them that we got the letter that was written to you, apparently by the Kenyan Premier League, but which you have also, responded to through your chief executive officer. But what is coming out from FKF is that KPL are at it again, that they are not done yet with them just because FIFA ruled in favor of the federation, that the league rights belong to the federation. As you might be aware, there's an MOU that FIFA asked both parties to sign, and that MOU is going to be prepared by the Ghanaian Football Federation president, that is Kwesi Nyantaki, and that MOU is expected to be signed in sometime in June. Therefore, it is being seen that this could be an attempt maybe to scuttle the whole process, because whatever FIFA decided or whatever FIFA instructed FKF and KPL to do has far-reaching ramifications to both FKF and KPL. It effectively hands over the league back to the Football Kenya Federation. But some insiders feel that KPL are not going to let FKF just run away with their league, as it were. And that is why they decided to put this thing forward so as to start, to put FKF under pressure when it comes to the negotiation of the broadcast rights that FIFA ordered for at the end of this season. But as we all know, The FIFA elections are coming sometime at the end of this month, and everybody here is saying that once the FIFA elections are done with, nobody will want to hear all about the Football Kenya Federation president, and that is why Kenya Premier League is now bringing forth these issues in order to apply some political pressure on FKF so as to drop their demand for the league rights.
Staying in Kenya, Tuesday saw Athletics Kenya suspend 2 management agencies pending a probe into their role in a doping scandal which has engulfed the sport in Kenya. One of the agencies, Rosa and Associates, managed disgraced marathon runner Rita Jepto, who was banned for 2 years earlier this year. The move has been criticized by former world 10,000-meter gold medalist Moses Tanui as being unconstitutional.
In what appears to be an attempt to rescue the country's image after a series of doping scandals, Athletics Kenya announced it has suspended 2 of the country's largest athlete management firms. Speaking at a press conference in Nairobi, Athletics Kenya President Isaiah Kiplagat announced the suspension of Rosa Association and Valore Sports for 6 months, paving the way for investigations.
This suspension, or in the normal the Kenyan way now, stepping aside, will be for a period of 6 months. Then we'll decide. The 2 that we have today decided that we put them aside until the investigations are complete are the Rosa and Associates and the Gerald van der Veen.
The suspension of the 2 companies, one run by Italian Gabriela Rosa, the other by Dutchman Gerard van der Veen, could deal a blow to the many elite athletes under their stewardship. Athletics Kenya, however, said it would ensure that athletes would still be able to attend Diamond League and IAAF events.
We know the 2 that we are going to mention manage the highest number of elite athletes in this country. We will therefore, working with the IAAF and the meat promoters like the Diamond Leagues and so forth, to agree on the modalities of how we are going to manage these athletes so that they don't miss competition.
Doping allegations have been a thorn in Athletics Kenya's side since the beginning of the year, with positive returns on doping tests already claiming the careers of high-profile athletes managed by the 2 firms. The most famous case was that of 3 times Boston and 2 times Chicago marathon champion Rita Jepto of Rosa, who was banned for 2 years in January for the use of the steroid EPO. Also to be banned for 2 years is the 2011 World 200-meter champion Amantla Moncho from Botswana, also managed by Rosa.
Last weekend really saw the marathon season kick into gear in Europe and beyond, with Africans putting in strong performances. With a look at who won what and where, here's our marathon roundup.
Kenyan athlete Mark Correa caused a surprise when he won the 39th edition of the Schneider Electric Paris Marathon on Sunday. Correa crossed the line in a personal best of 2 hours, 5 minutes and 49 seconds. Ethiopia's Meseret Mengistu won the women's race in a thrilling finish with compatriot Amani Gabina. Kenya's Visaline Jepkesho finished 3rd. The Ethiopian Sisay Lema won the 32nd Vienna City Marathon also on Sunday. Lema broke away after 27 kilometers, and despite battling with headwinds, he achieved the biggest winning margin in the history of the race, coming home more than 4 minutes clear of his nearest rival in a time of 2 hours, 7 minutes and 31 seconds in the Austrian capital. Kenya's Duncan Koech was second, while Siraj Jaina of Ethiopia took third. There was another Ethiopian victory at the Rotterdam Marathon in Holland. Abir Akuma pulled away from his rivals in the last 7 kilometers to win in a time of 2 hours, 6 minutes and 46 seconds. Kenya's Mark Kiptu finished second, and his compatriot Bernard Koech, who did a lot of the work in the second part of the race, was third. It was a double Kenyan celebration at the 6th Brighton Marathon in England as Duncan Mayo smashed his personal best to win in 2 hours, 10 minutes and 15 seconds. 2013 Brighton Marathon winner Dominic Kangor, also from Kenya, finished second, with Mutai Kipkemai completing an all-Kenyan podium in third. And finally, evergreen Kenyan Kenneth Mungara took the Swiss Gas Milano Marathon title in 2 hours, 8 minutes and 44 seconds. The 41-year-old ran the fastest marathon ever by a runner over 40, shaving 2 seconds from the time of Mexico's Andres Espinosa in the 2003 Berlin Marathon. Compatriot Lucy Karimi won the women's race.
Welcome back to Sports News Africa. Ethiopian runner Genzebe Dibaba was named Laureus Sportswoman of the Year in Shanghai on Wednesday, becoming the first sportswoman from the East African country to win the accolade. The middle distance runner was rewarded for setting world indoor records in the 1500 and 3000 meter races last year. South African rugby international flanker Schalk Burger was also honored with a Comeback of the Year award.
Ethiopian athletes Genzebe Dibaba and world #1 tennis star Novak Djokovic were named Laureus Sportswoman and Sportsman of the Year on Wednesday at a star-studded event in Shanghai, China. World indoor champion Dibaba, in doing so, became the first sportsperson from Ethiopia to win an award in any category at the prestigious event. Dibaba was rewarded for her 2014 season, in which she set world indoor records for 1,500 metres and 3,000 metres, as well as a world indoor best for 2 miles. Only Jesse Owens and Usain Bolt have ever broken a trio of records within this period of time. Outdoors, she went on to record world leading times over 5,000 metres and 2,000 metres, before ending her season with 3,000 metres victory at the IAAF Continental Cup in Marrakesh. Stormers and Springbok flanker Schalk Burger was also honoured, winning the Laureus World Comeback of the Year award. Burger had a cyst next to his spinal cord and went into hospital for treatment, but developed life-threatening meningitis and was taken to intensive care. Burger, also Laureus ambassador, transferred his ferocious competitiveness from the rugby pitch to the intensive care unit. With the grit and determination he has been known for throughout his career, he overcame his illness in miraculous style.
And I think it's like that in life when something got taken away from you. You know, you inevitably want that back. And obviously my first test match, that was an emotional day for me. And obviously, but then you get greedy. So, you know, I'm not done yet. You know, since then, you know, the goalpost has moved forward and you're pushing for, you know, starting positions and so forth. But yeah, that was an emotional time for me.
The German national football team won the Team of the Year after their victory in last year's Brazil World Cup, and Red Bull Formula One driver Daniel Ricciardo won the Breakthrough Award after winning 3 Grand Prix in his rookie year.
To athletics next, and Olympic bronze medalist Asbel Kiprop has been selected to lead a 30-strong Kenya squad to the World Relay Championships in the Bahamas next month. Kiprop, along with Timothy Kittum and Alfred Kipketer, all took part in the Kenyan National Relays competition in Nairobi over the weekend.
30 Kenya athletes are set to compete in the upcoming IAAF World Relay Championships in the Bahamas on May 2nd and 3rd, following selections in Nairobi. 2014 gold medalist in the 4x1500 meter relay Asbel Kiprop, Olympics bronze medalist Timothy Kittum, and world junior champion Alfred Kipketer will lead the Kenyan teams defending their titles in the 4x1500 meter relays. The 4th place in the relay team has gone to Ronald Kwemoi. Kiprop is also eyeing a 3rd successive world title in Beijing after he led the Kenyan 4x1500 meters team to gold.
Probably it's good for me as part of the preparation for the World Championships that I'm about to, as we are due to go in August, that's in Beijing, and I'm looking forward to using 800 to sharpen my speed and see that I get to represent Kenya well there.
The Kenyan selections event also attracted athletes from Nigeria and Botswana, with Kenya seen as an attractive training destination for athletes from all over the world. However, Kenyan athletes say they still face an uphill battle when it comes to support and facilities.
In short sprints, I can say that we are much far behind. It's very much far behind than the rest, because it determines on what we are doing to build us up so that we can be the best like them. Because there are so many training that we do, and the facilities that we have cannot make us to be the best like the rest of the other countries.
Kenyan fans, however, have high expectations.
Comparing our team today with the one of last time, I think we have improved a lot. Because last time, the team which presented us in the Bahamas, they never did well the way I saw today. In fact, these guys, they have really worked hard.
World screen icon Usain Bolt is also expected to participate at the Bahamas event.
Welcome back to Sports News Africa. Nigeria are heading to the 11th All-Africa Games in Congo-Brazzaville in September after booking their place with a 2-1 win over Zambia in the second leg at the Heroes National Stadium in Lusaka. A brace by Flying Eagles forward Taiwo Awoniyi, either side of halftime, secured qualification after the first leg finished goalless in Abuja.
Nigeria's under-23 team booked their ticket to the All-Africa Games in Brazzaville by beating hosts Zambia 2-1 at the National Heroes Stadium in Lusaka. Taiwo Awoniyi scored both goals for the West Africans, with the first coming 11 minutes before half-time. Zambian fans had to wait until the 76th minute for Friday Samu to equalise. But the heartache came when Awoniyi netted again in the 86th minute, sending Nigeria through to the continental tournament.
We want to qualify for the All-African Games. It's been a very long time we actually qualified. We're preparing for the Olympic qualifiers too. But this one is going to help us prepare a little better because we'll continue playing friendly games.
Zambians felt their side should have tried to hold the Nigerians to a draw.
We scored a goal. What was supposed to be done now was to consolidate the defense so that we go for another goal. That means we would have changed the formation in terms of the midfield to contain them, not to come again to their backyard. But again, we slipped. And what happens, the Nigerians had another chance, or they did a counter and then the defender was beaten. Then the goalkeeper obviously was offline.
Zambian coach Phaeton Semakonda had been confident his side would go to Brazzaville after his team held the Nigerians to a draw in a goalless match in the first leg in Abuja.
We expected a win, but unfortunately, football is football and football is a game. So you don't put in your effort, you miss one chance, you're gone. But it was a good game. I think we've learned one or two things.
8 African sides will meet at the 11th edition of the All-Africa Games in September.
In the women's qualifiers, the indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon roared into the All-Africa Games tournament in Brazzaville after beating Ethiopia 2-1 in Yaoundé. Cameroon, the current holders of the title, came from behind to confirm their place with a 4-2 aggregate victory.
Cameroon's indomitable Lionesses treated their fans to some great football in their match against Ethiopia's Lucy in the return leg of their qualifiers match in Yaoundé over the weekend. The defending champions of the All-Africa Games staged a repeat of their first leg match last month in Addis Ababa, qualifying with an identical 2-1 goal margin and reaffirming their place at the top of African women's football. We are very happy because we have been waiting for this victory for long. It was difficult to go and play them on their turf. They dominated us, but we told ourselves that we must take revenge, so we just had to compete. Despite challenges in preparations for this year's games, the indomitable Lionesses remained determined to defend the gold medal they won at the 2011 All-Africa Games in Maputo. The Ethiopian team was strong. All teams presently are strong. What I always say in my interviews is that it's the details that determine these matches. Tonight, the Lionesses were physically ready. It was a tough match. Cameroonian fans commended the Lionesses' efforts, and some said they were switching to supporting the women's side rather than their men's side.
The ladies' team have surpassed the men's team because they have reached the Africa Cup finals. The men's team had gone nowhere, and this is why we are supporting the ladies' team.
The team will get a hugely valuable opportunity to play together at the top level of the game when they appear at the 2015 Women's World Cup in Canada in June.
The 2015 International Tennis Federation African Closed Junior Championships came to an end in Cairo with players from Egypt and Algeria walking away with the titles. Nearly 100 competitors participated in the week-long event at the Smash Tennis Academy.
It was a tough final on Sunday, April 12th, for Egypt's Youssef Hossam and his Tunisian opponent Aziz Dougaz as they met on the court for the final of the 2015 ITF African Closed Junior Championship. 16-year-old defending champion Hossam won in 2 sets, 6-4, 6-3, retaining the title he won in 2014 in Nairobi. But the match was far tougher than the scoreline suggests. The big winner in the tournament, however, was Egypt, with Egyptian players in both boys and girls finals and promises of more support for tennis in the future. We've got the title and we also have the trophy. I would like to say congratulations to the players, coaches and to organizers. Congratulations for Egypt, and we are promising more success. The boys doubles category was won by South African duo Lloyd Harris and Brandon Lobser, who beat Tunisia's Aziz Dougaz and Majed Kilani 7-6, 6-1. The girls' final saw Egypt take on Algeria. This time, Egypt were unlucky, with Algeria's Ines Ibu emerging victorious after beating Sandra Samil 2-0. I played against Sandra Samil, an Egyptian player. She's a strong player, and we both played very well, I believe. It was difficult in the beginning because I was losing 3-0. I was down 15-40 and I was serving. I'm very happy I was able to win the match in the end. As the 38th edition of the tournament drew to a close, Egypt, Morocco and South Africa took home the gold, silver and bronze respectively.
And that's the end of Sports News Africa for today. Join us again on Monday when we will bring you all the latest from Africa and around the world. Bye for now.